Welcome to Ticket TV in the seats. We are here at Alfond Arena talking with UMaine hockey player Tim Doherty. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming in. Let's just first start with what made you decide to come to UMaine? What made you decide the Blackbears were the right place for you?
Yeah, I had a few choices in Hockey East. A New England kid growing up watching Hockey East. It's kind of
Because you grew up in Rhode Island.
I grew up in Rhode Island, correct, yep. Friday nights watching Nesson, watching Hockey East. So Hockey East is a dream for me. And then coming up here, and obviously on my visit, I'm sure a lot of guys could say the same thing, just seeing this place. Got a really good feel for the coaches and the team, and like I said, you can't really beat this place, so it's pretty special.
So who else did you look at?
I was looking at UConn, Northeastern, Lowell, and here.
All right. And does it feel any different when you play those other schools that you decided not to? Because you must have gone on recruiting visits with guys, so you must know other players or played juniors with them or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel different, but I think everybody has played juniors with at least one guy or something like that on another team, and maybe you give them a little smile or something. But other than that, it's not much.
What was it like when you came here? Because your freshman year, you didn't play. Was that hard?
Yeah, it was difficult. Just practicing and no games. It wasn't easy, but that hard work kind of made it worth it for being able to play now.
And what's it like to you've scored big goals in big games this year. What's it kind of to see like, hey, I sat out that first year, but it's all coming together?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it just makes it worth it. You look back, and you're like, that kind of stunk sitting out those games. But being able to play in big games, like against UNH in front of sold-out crowds, it makes it all worth it.
Do you talk to the guys that are coming in as recruits that may be going through that similar situation to pass it along, or guys that you know in juniors who are looking at schools?
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of be that mentor?
Sure, yeah, because I know it can be difficult for sure. So anything I can say that I've been through it, it's worth it here now and having the time of my life. So just stick with it and keep going.
What's the best part about walking out onto the Alfond ice?
Oh, just hearing that roar as soon as we come out. Sway leads us out, and hearing the crowd get going, the student section banging on the walls, and there's really nothing like it.
What's your pregame day like? There's a game tonight at 7 o'clock, let's say. What's your typical day like?
Sure. Yeah, wake up, around 8:30, 9, have a good breakfast. If we're at home, go to class on a Friday. If it's not Saturday, usually come here around 10:30, 11, get a stretch in, get home around noon, have some food, and then try to sleep till about, let's say, 2:30. Get here 3 o'clock, watch some video, eat, and then kind of go home again and just dial in, have a bit of a coffee, and just hang out with my roommates at home till we get here at 5, and then it's all business when we're here.
So it's a lot of back and forth on a Friday.
Yeah, it kind of is actually. Yeah, you're probably back and forth here 3-4 times, but I live 2 minutes away, so it's not bad.
What's the worst part about game days? Is it the waiting? Is it the back and forth? What's the worst part about game day?
I think you're right. I think it's got to be the waiting. I hate waiting. I honestly hate getting here at 5 o'clock. I hate getting here early. I wish you could just show up, lace them up, and go. But
kind of like juniors days when you were a kid.
Exactly, like you're a kid. But there's a lot of routine, and I get it. And it's fun being with the boys and playing soccer before the games and all that good stuff. So.
What's it like after the game? Because a lot of people will see the pregame warm-ups. They'll see you guys on the ice and stuff like that. But what's it like in the locker room after?
A lot depends on what happened out here. Yeah. But hoping we won. The locker room's a great place. You got good music going. On a Friday, you got to go in and you got to cool down. You got to ride the bike or stretch or all that good stuff. You got to weigh yourself, see how many pounds you lost. Make sure you start rehydrating, get ready for the next night. Because college, a bit different than pro and junior, where it's not necessarily you're kind of playing throughout the week, or it's usually not Friday, Saturdays. You're all in everything, but it's what it's like in college, so it's pretty cool.
How much weight can you lose in a game? Or what have you lost in a game?
I've lost 8 before, which is pretty nuts. So you got to drink a lot of water after that. It's kind of nice. You might be able to have a little free-for-all meal, maybe a little McDonald's. You never know.
Right. What's it like for you, though, watching that food? You're a diabetic, if people don't know. You're a type 1 diabetic. What's it like for you? Does that impact what you do, how you do it? What's it like for you to be type 1 diabetic?
Yeah, it definitely presents its challenges, but I've had it a while now, so I've kind of learned the ins and outs of it. More so I'd say the hardest part are Friday nights going into Saturday because it's like an overload of exercise, and so there's a pretty good chance that my blood sugar is going to go low in the middle of the night. So you kind of got to balance the insulin that I'm getting and make sure I'm definitely eating extra right before I go to bed, and kind of little things like that. But I got a good support system here on the bench, making sure that there's Gatorade or a protein bar on the bench at all times, and got a good thing going.
When did you figure it out?
I was 5 years old.
No way.
Yeah.
What was going on?
Yeah. So.
It's gotta be something your parents noticed, not you.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Like I couldn't stop peeing. I was going to the bathroom literally every 10 minutes. I was so dehydrated. I couldn't stop drinking water, and honestly just felt so awful. And my parents knew something was up, and so they brought me in and figured it out.
And it doesn't impact your ability to play. It doesn't impact you playing back-to-back nights. You just have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, it like I said, it brings a couple of challenges. It's not easy, but
It's nothing that's going to stop you from playing Division I hockey.
never. No, I'll never let it do that. There's a few guys in the NHL right now that have it, so it's fun to see them doing it, like Max Domi, stuff like that. But no, it'll never stop me.
So what's next for you?
I'm not sure. It's a good question. I wish I had the answer.
What are you majoring in? What's the future goal?
Yeah, I'm a finance major, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it, but definitely want to get into business somewhere. Probably stay in the New England area. I really like it here. So,
Any idea of getting into coaching or anything like that after the playing days are done? It's always hard for a player that has played at this level to even kind of consider thinking about, could I be a coach? How would I be a coach?
Yeah, I know a lot of guys, they miss like the rush and all that stuff. So I don't think I'll get into it seriously, like, college coaching or something like that. I don't know if that's for me. But I mean, I hopefully I'll have kids one day and I can be the best Mike coach out there.
So going through it all, making the decision to come to UMaine, sitting out that first year, going through the wins and losses, all been worth it?
Absolutely, 100%. Orono's treated me the best I could ever imagine. Had the absolute time of my life. I've built relationships here that'll last me a lifetime with the guys in that room. So 100% worth it.
Great. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tim Doherty joining us here in the seats on Ticket TV.